Dear friends, good morning on Wednesday the 1st of July, which happens to be the 101st day of lockdown. Jesus' habit of praying is frequently mentioned in the Gospels, but we don't often hear the content of his prayers. The Lord's Prayer is an exception, as is this long prayer which takes up the whole of John chapter 17 and which concludes the conversation that he had with his disciples in the upper room at the Last Supper on the night before he died. First of all, in this prayer, Jesus prays for himself, and the burden of his prayer is for his glory. Father, the time has come, he says. Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you. And now, Father, glorify me in your presence, with the glory that I had before the world began. The time or the hour that Jesus has often been speaking of is at last upon him. It's the hour of his death on the cross. And Jesus prays that by his death, the Father might glorify him, the Son. In Jesus' day, and to our eyes, nothing could be less glorious than a naked man already flogged to within an inch of his life, nailed to a cross. In almost every depiction of the cross, its horror is minimised and its gruesomeness sanitised. But there was no lower place in the Roman world than execution on a cross. Nothing could be less glorious. One Roman writer in AD 70 and 63 called crucifixion a most cruel and disgusting punishment. And he said, there is no fitting word that can possibly describe so horrible a deed. But Jesus often speaks of his death as the moment of his glory. What can he mean by this? What is the glory that Jesus did not have before he died, and which he now has that he's returned to heaven? There's only one answer. It's you and me. Without Jesus' willing obedience to his Father and his submission to crucifixion, we would not be in relationship with him now, and nor would anyone be in heaven. We are Jesus' glory. Now, I find that many people feel a bit rubbish about themselves. Perhaps they were told by their parents they were useless. Perhaps they feel that they failed academically, or in their careers, or in their families as parents, children, or siblings. And many people don't like their bodies very much, and they wish they were different in some way. Jesus' prayer on the night before he died reminds us that whatever we feel about ourselves, we share in his glory. A glory as glorious as the glory that he shared with his Father from before time began, and which we shall share with him for all eternity. Now this is eternal life, says Jesus, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. So whatever you are feeling about yourself today, I hope that this makes you feel a bit better about yourself. God bless you today.